Hey everybody, it's Jeff from Angeles City, Philippines. I'm over here at the construction site on a Friday afternoon about 12:35. Super hot day. Summer is definitely right around the corner if it has not already gotten here. It is extremely hot and humid. Sun is hot. But I'm on the site. Was here a few days this week. So I'll show you some of the progress that was made, which isn't really much. We'll walk around today. The workers are on lunch now, but they're gonna be back to work here soon, so I gotta hurry up so I'm not getting in their way. And then I'll also talk about my last vlog that I titled Frustrations and Problems. More frustrations and more problems. Got a lot of input on that, a lot of interest from viewers. So I'll address some of the questions. Some of the questions I addressed in the comment section, and I'll address on here. I know there's some ongoing questions. But yeah, we had some conversations this week or last week. Spoke the love language, because I know how to speak the love language. At least I think I do. And I think we're on the right track for now. Hopefully it continues on the right path. So stay tuned and we'll cover all that. Right, we're up on the second floor in the master bedroom. And we're moving along this week, which is good. Kuya is out there skim coating the outside, and it looks like they got the trusses and the purlings on the roof framing over the outdoor living area, and they're working on the rest of it. So here in the master bedroom, they got put some more trusses up. They got it going on in the bathroom, and some parlings. And look at that! They got the door frame in there. Isn't that something? How that worked out. Just got to speak the love language, is all. And I speak the love language. So, yeah, this is all new since the last time I was over here, a few days ago. And it is steaming hot today. Summer is coming. And over here in my daughter's room, they're working, moving along with the trusses and the parlings. Quick work of it. Well, not really quick work of it, but they work in spurts. This week they're on a spurt. Hopefully that keeps going. This is the spare bedroom. Got the parlings here. Oh, and they waterproofed the floor. The waterproofing, and they're going to put that in all of. I think it's in all the bathrooms. Definitely the bathrooms with showers, but I think all the bathrooms. So it's the waterproofing, and then we will tile the floor, and then there'll be tile on the walls as well. So for those of you that have been following the vlogs, we're going to have the walls in the bathroom tiled all the way up to the gypsum board, the ceiling up there. And then the downstairs here. So this was CR that I was yapping about the other day. And think we got that all straightened out as well. So we're gonna have a sliding door on this CR, not a traditional door, because you can see the hallway here. Wouldn't make much sense, I guess, is to have that door opening up into the hallway. And it's pretty small to be opening up to the inside. And nothing new in here. They are getting ready to pressure test the plumbing, and I think they're going to do that this week, where they will, I believe, I haven't talked to the builder, I was talking to the foreman, and him and I have a hard time understanding each other, but I thought he said they will hook the hose up to this, get water in the line, and then connect some air, some pressurized air, and run it through the lines to make sure that none of it leaks. Ideally, you want to do that before you concrete it up, but it's not the case all over. And if it's leaking, they're going to bust the concrete up and get at the PPR and make the necessary repairs. But the more that I learn about this, and the more that I'm told about it, this is some pretty good plumbing, this PBR. It's especially good for hot water, and it's not to be confused with PVC. PVC is a thinner walled piece of plumbing, and this is much thicker. The walls on it are much thicker. So we're here in the outdoor living area, and they got the at least one of the planters done there, pretty much done, and they will have the same thing, planters. For those of you that have not seen any of the other vlogs, the planter will be all the way down here, and this will be opened. And that is the this white stuff in the green is the PPR, I believe. I was calling it PBR, but I believe it is PPR. And you can see the thickness of that. It's a thick piece of plumbing. And the same thing with the green. So they have the waterproofing. I've been told this many times, but I think that they are actually going to do this in the next couple days. They drained this once. We got a lot of rain. It filled back up. So they'll drain it out again. They're going to put some waterproofing in it. They will, and they've already mixed some waterproofing agent with the concrete that they put in there. So they'll drain the water out. They'll waterproof it further, and then they're going to tile it. And then once it's tiled, they'll lay a slab of concrete over the top of it, leaving a manhole cover either there or down there. And then that's where the water will be stored. So the water will come from the water pumping station over there, because I'm right next to it. It'll go through a filtration system and then into the cistern. And I'm gonna have a valve where I can use the subdivision water after it runs through my filtration system, because the pressure is pretty good here right now, which is not very common to have good water pressure in the Philippines, but in this subdivision right now it's pretty good, and that may change when we get more houses, and then we'll go and start using the cistern. But for the time being, we'll probably just use the water straight out of the water pumping station into the filtration system into the house. So we're here in my daughter's room, and it looks like they have the roof framing in this part of the house done. You can see they have the truss and the parlings, and it looks like it's all done. And I mentioned the other day they had waterproofed the comfort room, or the bathrooms, and you can see that waterproof actually works. So they're gonna come in here and they'll sweep all that out. They have a pump, they'll suck that out. But yeah, that's, you can see they just went part way up the wall. And I think it's pretty common that they waterproof portions of the comfort room, or at least the ones that have showers in it. And then the door frame that leads into the master walk-in closet that I was yapping about the other day. So they got that in there, and it looks like I think they welded it already. So they will pack that with concrete as well. And they have not done the waterproofing in here yet. But they will. And looks like they have the truss and the parlings up over top of the walk-in closet and over top of the master bath. So here in the outdoor living area, they got that water out of there, and well, most of it. I think they're waiting for it to dry out. I don't think they put that waterproofing compound in there yet. But again, they will waterproof the floor and the walls, and then tile, and then put a slab of concrete over top of that. And then we got a load of the gypsum board, which will be used for the ceiling in here. And it's like they closed up this area where the tanks were going to be. So originally, as I mentioned in one of the other vlogs, there was going to be a concrete box built there, which would be open to the outside with a little door, and the tanks, propane, when I don't use propane, LPG tanks, the gas, would be put on the inside of that box from the outside. But we decided to just keep the tanks outside, and we'll put a hole in the wall to run into the range, which will go right here. And then the electrician has done the rough for the receptacles. And it continues to do that. You're gonna put a 110 receptacle here. You're gonna try to put the light switch for outside here. For some reason, in a lot of Philippine homes, they'll have the light switch outside, so you'll actually have to go outside first and then turn the light on, which is the case in my rental property now, which is just a little back ass word, at least for me. And then in the garage, and they have, it looks like they have the other two trusses built. I don't know if that's 2 or 1 right there. I think it's 2. I don't want to mess with it. But yeah, they got to put 2 more trusses in the garage. So I guess maybe 1 will go there and 1 over here. And then they'll put those parlings over top of the trusses. And again, that roof slants down, and then there'll be a gutter over here that will be used to catch the rainwater when it rolls down the roof. Well, that'll do it for the walk around for this vlog. But I'll segue right into some of the things that came up during the last blog that was again titled More Problems and Frustrations. So I think we got a majority of those things taken care of or addressed, and I think we're on the right path now moving forward. Just for some of the comments that came up, first of all, like, I understand that you cannot bring the Western thinking here. You can, but you have to check it at the door and understand that you're in a foreign country and they do things completely different here. So regardless of whether you're building a house or you're in the bank waiting in line or whatever it is, you may get frustrated with the way things go. And building a house. There's a lot of frustrations here. So you just have to be patient and try to understand that it's a different way of doing business. But what I will say, the solution to that is not to just throw the Western thoughts right out the door. I think that there's a happy medium, a little bit of a negotiation and compromising there. Because if you just sit back and keep your mouth shut, things will probably get done, but there's going to be a lot more problems involved. Vice, if you were a little bit more vocal, understanding how to be vocal, to be professional, and not to the point where you are that loud American and just causing problems or more problems than what you're trying to solve. So that's something to keep in mind. I hear a lot of expats say, well, that's just how it is in the Philippines. That's just how it is. You got to deal with it. Well, true, you do. But you shouldn't just sit back in a corner and watch everything go by either. You do what you can, but you just have to be mindful of not pushing too hard and just compromising a little bit. So I had to relocate because the freaking phone was in thermal shutdown because it is so hot out, and the workers have started back up to work, so I got out of their way. So now I'm standing over here in a red ant mound, but just finish up what I was saying a little bit earlier. So one of the viewers asked about me coming to the site. I come to the site every day unless I'm out of town where something comes up. It can be a challenge. Again, I don't have a construction background. I know a little bit. I've done a lot of reading and watching videos, and I'm a quick learner when it comes to that kind of stuff. So I come over here every day, and even though I'm coming over here every day, there's things that are missed. It's just the reality of a construction site, whether you're in the Philippines or in the U.S. When I lived in Northern Virginia, I lived in a very nice subdivision for about 18 years. And over those 18 years, I came across many things in the construction of the house that wasn't done properly, whether it be the studs not being nailed in at all, missing nails either on the top or the bottom, or walls not being insulated, or concrete not being done properly. But I mean, those are kind of things that you're going to find in any type of construction around the world. Maybe you come across problems more often than the Philippines, and being on site every day, I was able to catch some of those, and who knows, maybe the builder, the foreman would have caught it eventually. I don't know, but yeah, I am on site every day. And yes, I have an architect and a builder. I mentioned this in one of the other videos. I did interviews. I did a great deal of research trying to find an architect and a builder. Interviewed several of them, and I selected the two that I currently have. The builder is an engineer by trade, and he has done both commercial and residential builds. He's done a few commercial builds here in the area. And from what I can tell, it looks like he has done pretty good work. I also have a foreman on site. He is not here all day. We're working on getting him here a little bit more often. But there is a foreman here every day. The skill of the employees and their pay. So I would say the majority of the workforce here are unskilled laborers, but there are some skilled laborers. And here in the Philippines, some of the skilled laborers go to school, like the masons and electricians and plumbers, and others get their skills through OJT. So it's a combination. The plumbers and the welder and the electrician are all certified through school. But yes, they are a combination of skilled and unskilled laborers. And what is their pay? Well, I don't pay them directly. It's all part of my contract. But the best that I can ascertain is an unskilled laborer is probably right around 500-ish pesos a day. And a skilled laborer is probably 600, 700, 800, 900 pesos a day. Somebody made the comment about 200 pesos a day. I don't think you're going to find any kind of, whether it's skilled or unskilled labor, for 200 pesos a day in Angeles City. I could be wrong, but I don't think you're going to find anybody that cheap. And then a lot of questions about the sequence of the build. Why is it being done this way, vice that way? Those are good questions, and I've asked my builder many times. And I think what you'll find here in the Philippines is efficiency isn't something that's always focused on or followed. You'll hear a lot of times people say, "It's okay, sir. It's okay, sir." Well, why are you doing it? Why don't we do it? It's okay, sir. So part of it is procrastination. Part of it is a cultural thing. Part of it is logistical challenges and problems. I've mentioned before, in this particular subdivision, everybody that works on the site has to have a national police investigation clearance, an NBI clearance, and that can take several weeks to do here. So, but the reality is when you're building the roof, yes, the roof should have been on a long time ago. I think that the builder has unnecessarily wasted his resources by not putting the roof on sooner, from lost time due to rain, due to the fact that the guys can't be up there too long in this sun. It just, yes, it should have been on much sooner. And then people throw questions back as like, well, that's costing you too. Well, no, my cost is my cost. That my cost was a flat cost. Although, you know, every month that I'm staying in my rental is costing me more too. But the fact that they're wasting some time and resources and material, that falls back on the builder. And yes, it's frustrating to me to sit back and watch. But again, it's just the reality of doing business in the Philippines. And some places are not as bad as others. So I think this is probably somewhere in the middle of that spectrum. I've been asked several times now too about power tools and equipment, safety equipment for the workers. I don't pay the workers directly. Yeah, they probably should be wearing proper shoes, not flip-flops and other proper safety equipment. But I don't pay for that, and I don't pay the employees themselves. They don't pay the employees themselves. My contract, yes, I do have a contract with my builder. And yes, there is a penalty clause in that contract. I did another vlog before about contracts. One of the things that I learned is if I had to do it all over again, I would probably do that contract a little bit differently. I think one of the viewers suggested when you do a contract, that last payment should be about a quarter of the amount that you owe, or of the final price. You should save that last payment and make it about 25% of the total amount. That wasn't the case with me. I think my last payment is about between 10 and 12%. Would that change things any? I don't know. It certainly would have impacted that penalty clause. But again, when you're dealing with penalty clauses in contracts, if you push that too hard, you may increase the overall price of your build, because the contractor is not going to want to assume that risk or a greater risk. And if he is, then he's probably going to charge you some more money. So it's just a happy medium on you know, how you handle that. A lot of questions on the cost of the lot, cost of the house. Those costs are still racking up, so I don't know. When I'm all done, I will do another vlog on the final costs and break that all down. But I also get questions about, you know, why I chose Angeles City. I did a vlog on that. And questions on why I'm spending this much money. And I've talked about that before too. Different strokes for different folks. Some people get a little annoyed that I'm spending the money that I'm spending on this, and I don't really understand why. It's my money. I don't know why somebody would expect me to work my whole life, bust my ass my whole life, and then come here and not take advantage of the work that I did over the last, over my lifetime. Because you are satisfied living in a cheaper apartment or in a cheaper location in the Philippines, that's good on you. I'm not going to talk badly about where you live or why you chose to do that. It's a good question, I guess, is, why am I doing this or why am I doing that? And it all boils down to because I want to. And just like you buy the things that you want to, you live where you want to, you spend the amount of money you want to spend on rent or a house or cost of living. It's just all based on what you want to do. So, for the haters out there that telling me I'm throwing too much money into this, I should have never moved here, I should have did this and went over here, and where you live you're only paying a quarter of the cost. Yes, I understand that, and I respect that, and if it's good for you, then God bless you. It's good for you. But that's that. So answer that again. I'm sure I'll have to answer it. Well, I don't have to answer anything, but I appreciate the comments in there. And it's a good, legitimate question on, why I chose Angeles City and why I'm spending the money that I'm spending. But I'm not going to waste time and go into that again on this video. So I think that should about wrap it up for this week. I probably got about 30 freaking bites on my legs from the red ants, but it was either that or deal with the sun and thermal shutdowns over there in the house. All right, well, thanks for joining. If you are not subscribed and you like this type of material, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you have comments or questions, please put them in the comments section. I think that's it. It is super hot here. I'm gonna go and walk around the site a little bit more, make sure everything's tracking, and then I'm heading back home and maybe get into some AC for a little bit. So thanks for joining, and we'll see you next time.